So I need to acquire a gun. We're not worried about it.
No, you see, before you acquire a gun, there are procedural steps you need to go through. Your level of your mental state has to be looked at and all that, so that.
But every human being has some level of insanity in him or her.
And that's
which could be triggered at any minute.
Yeah, every criminologist.
I could acquire a gun when I was sane. The next 2 minutes after acquiring the gun, I become insane. And
some of the sanest people are Americans, and they are the craziest when it comes to gun control. Yeah, so I understand that, and I agree with you perfectly, Bright. But I think this goes beyond the National Commission on Small Arms.
Right.
And these are no small arms, and these are middle tier, heavy weapons.
AK-47s, the missiles and all that.
So I can read only two meanings. It's either somebody has something in store for us for 2016, and therefore people have been given the order to let some of these weapons pass, or certain militants within the sub-region have got an interest in Ghana. And I think the colleague explicitly explains the movement of weapons from the Sahel region and other parts. But the conflict in La Côte d'Ivoire has gone stale.
Of course.
Yeah, it ended in 2010.
Right. So there's some stability there.
Yeah,
now.
2012, we didn't see this. Why now? So therefore, I think we should be much more concerned. There is more to this than meets the eye. And I believe so well that the time to crack the whip, do something extraordinary. Declare a state of emergency, have the next month or two to be able to clear Kumasi and other environs of these weapons, and send a strong, robust message to people that Ghana as a bastion of security and stability will not countenance such a thing. So therefore, I think that is how we need to look at it.
So certainly, you see, what we're doing is not enough.
It's not enough, and the 72-year-old, we are told, is an alien. And time and again, we've discussed the protocols ECOWAS has on the free movements of people and goods. But Ghana's doors are quite ajar all the time. And therefore, I believe Nigerians, Malians, these people will bring in, sacks of onions and other rudimentary stuff we need in Makola, KJT, and other areas. We need to thoroughly inspect these trucks before they come into the country. But the, conundrum in the whole of this is how the weapons were able to traverse, multiple checkpoints to get to Kumasi. It's either someone was sleeping on the job or it was done with the tacit approval of somebody, and we need to get to the root of the matter and have baked inquiries into such discoveries and have actually characterized our security agencies. You remember a few months ago, an OA commercial bus was intercepted with fresh boxes of ammunition. The question we asked was, the driver and the conductor were only couriers. There were some big shots behind that. So who imported those weapons? And who was the weapons manufacturer? Was it a state actor or a non-state actor somewhere in Moscow? And we didn't get any information from our security agencies. So we don't feel safe. The needed rapprochement there needs to be between us as citizenry, holding our security agencies in confidence to be able to cooperate with them. It's no longer there. So therefore, this, I think, is a wake-up call for us as a country. And these weapons that have been arraigned before the cameras, half of these weapons can cause stability in any country. So therefore, that is how serious it is. And I believe so well that we need to take some serious steps to be able to tackle this as we move into the 2016
And if you're talking about serious steps, exactly what are you referring to?
I think we need to use all the tools available to arrest people
who have them,
repatriate people.
Unlicensed weapons.
Kenya had to do something strategic because many of the weapons were filtering through Kenya from Garissa. They decided to seal off the border. We aren't calling for such a drastic measure, but we should do profiling of people that are coming from war-torn countries like Mali, Niger to some extent, Nigeria, that come into the country. We should be concerned about their background. We should be concerned about where they take accommodation. We should be concerned about the kind of business activities they carry out in the country. But if we consider Ghana as a hospitable country, we may, hospitality may be exploited by people, and we may find ourselves on the right side, wrong side of history. And moving forward, The Invincible Forces have not been seen to use such weapons. Azoka Boys have not been seen to use such weapons. But it takes two to tango. You need the combustible mix of people that are willing to fight and the destructive tools, these weapons that are available. So we can't always be talking peace. The National Peace Council talks peace. Civil society organizations are talking peace. Faith-based organizations are talking peace. But you can't allow the infiltration of weapons, because these weapons will only provide the conducive enabling environment for people to be violent. That is the animal in the human being you referred to. So therefore, it doesn't suffice to work on the human being. Work as much as possible to seal off the loopholes there are within your system, and so that 2016 comes and goes off peacefully. But if what we are seeing is anything to go by, coupled with the level of political polarization, Bright, I think it will be a watershed moment for the stability and security of Ghana, and we all need to contribute our widow's mite. Don't see something fishy and keep quiet about it.
Right.
Don't see anybody with a pistol and keep quiet about it. Don't see someone come with a suspicious baggage and keep quiet about it. Report to the police. And the commander in Ashanti region has indicated they were acting on a tip-off. We need to see more of this so that we can give away these criminals that are in our midst and keep ourselves safe and keep the rest of Ghana safe.
Right. Grateful for your time.
You're most welcome,
again.
Always grateful to be here.
Great. Irbard Ibrahim is a security and political analyst there talking to me about weapons seized. When we come back, we'll talk to you more about some other issues. Don't go away yet. We're coming back in a minute.